Hi everyone. So I want to show you something that I learned a couple of weeks ago, and then I want to teach you that because this will save you a lot of money, especially in chicken feed. So we have about 25 or 24, 25 chickens somewhere there, and we spend around only 400 rand on feed. Yeah, actually 400 rand. So if it goes to dollars, I think that will be around $20 somewhere there. 23, 24 somewhere. Yeah, somewhere there. Not sure. Yeah, I think it's $30 somewhere there. I'm not sure, but yeah, somewhere there. So how do we do it? So we discover that we could buy this. So this is a money chop, and then it's from VKB milling. So what happens is when they make maize meal, right? There are those covers of the maize that they throw away. So they bag them into this and then they sell them out. So this is what we're giving to the chickens. Also, maize, they usually take something out from the maize meal because they say that by taking that out, it helps the maize meal last long. But that thing has got a lot of nutritions. So this is what it's also here. So what we have learned is we can ferment this stuff for a couple of days and then it gets bigger and then you can give to the chickens. But then we now add what do you call sunflower seeds also. So that also helps because chickens love sunflower. So I'm going to be showing you the process of how to do this so that you can feed your chicken some healthy stuff. But doesn't mean that you can't feed them some things also. You can also give them grass on the side and some vegetables on the side. But this for us is the main food for our chickens. So first things first, you need a bucket. Those 5-liter bucket. So this chop milling or chop homoni chop, it's 50 kg. It's about 350. Sometimes it's 375. It depends where you get it. So yeah. And then this is how it looks. As you can see, this are what's left when they're grinding maize. So it's actually like giving the chicken maize. Yeah, the leftovers of the maize and all that. So imagine mixing this with sunflower seeds. That's a lot of nutrition in there. So we also mix sometimes, so I'm also gonna mix later, but not now. Now I'm gonna let it ferment. Later we mix with moringa leaves. We dry them and then we mix it with this stuff and then we give the chicken. So imagine the nutritions from the moringa and then this and also from the sunflower and the grass that we give them, the vegetables that we give them. So you can see how healthy these chickens are. And they're growing. And one of the old chickens now, like I think a week ago, I think it was a month ago, it laid about 5 eggs. Yeah, in 1 week. I think it was 5 or 6 eggs in 1 week. It was amazing. Like I couldn't even believe it. So but for chickens to lay their eggs, it also depends on the environment because it stopped laying eggs once it was crowded. The males were attacking it, the males wanted to mate with it, so it stopped for a while. Now we moved it. Well, we made another coop on the side and now it's back to making eggs. So yeah, so let's get down to it. So I'm just gonna pour this. Yeah, let me just get dirty once. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour half of this, pour some sunflowers, pour half of this, get it just like that. So it's gonna be maize meal, sunflower, maize meal, sunflower. Here's a pack of sunflower seeds that we bought. By the way, when we plant sunflower seeds, we don't go to maybe online or something like that. We just buy a pack like this and we plant it. We know this we're meant for the chickens and the birds and all that, but it's the same thing. So yeah, it's the same thing. If you throw this in your garden somewhere, or yeah, they'll grow. There's not gonna be anything that's gonna be maybe different, something like that. So yeah, so I'm just gonna open this. So see, I'm gonna pour that in. Next step, I'm gonna pour the milling in there, just chop. Again, the seeds. There you go. Yeah, so I'm done with that. So after you're done here, then you're gonna pour water, a lot of water. So give me some water. This thing is heavy. Just gonna pour some water in there. So the water is gonna help with the fermentation process. Yeah, there you go. So this is about, I don't know, I think it's about 2 liters, or could be a 2-liter bucket. Yeah, something like that. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a 5 liter and this is a 10. Yeah, I think this is a 10. Yeah, I think this is a 10, and then but yeah, so use something like this. You pour the water in there, and then after that, as you can see, the water is going down now. It's mixing with everything that's inside there. So now you're gonna leave it for the night, and then I'm gonna show you tomorrow how this is gonna look. You won't believe it. Yeah, remember, this is what people feed their chickens, like this. This is how they feed them. So guys, this is not the right way. This is the right way. After that, close it. Yeah, done. We'll find out tomorrow how it is. So good morning everyone. So yesterday we did the chicken mix. So one thing I realized is that the 5 liter of water that I poured in here was absorbed. So it was a little bit dry, so I added another half now in the morning. So we're just gonna mix this. I'm gonna try and make it as much as I can. As you can see, now it feels like it's got more weight because it has been mixed with the water. Yeah, it's so nice now. Yeah, better than those the powdery substance form that it was in. So I'm just gonna mix that. So now that I mixed, I'm just gonna pour some of it here. These are the ones that I'm gonna feed with the chickens. Let me see what I can use. I think there's a cup here. I hope my wife doesn't kill me, but anyway, I found a cup. So I'm just gonna mix this in here. Beautiful mix. Beautiful chicken mix. Just like something you can eat, eh? But it's not for you. It's for the chicken. So yeah. Just gonna mix all of that in there. So look at that. Beautiful chicken mix. So I'm just gonna leave that for tomorrow or later in the day. I feed them like twice a day. So I'm gonna leave that. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add more things in here. So I'm gonna add some spinach just to give them more vitamin for the day. So yeah, let me take some spinach here. Usually the spinach that I take are the ones that I know that I'm not gonna eat them. The ones that I know that they've been eaten by birds or whatever things that can eat my spinach, like this. So these are the ones that I can give to my chickens. I know somebody might be going like, wow, that's good spinach. But you know, when we plant our vegetables, we also remember that, hey, we got chickens, so they need to eat also. It's not just about us. So they need to eat also. I need more. Let me just take this back. Find more spinach. This will do. So guys, when you plant spinach, do plant a lot. It's not just for you. If you've got chickens, plant a lot so that even when you feel like, no, this is too much, you can give some to the chickens. You know, it helps with the diet rather than just eating corn and sunflower every day, you know. Because I know some people just wake up in the morning, just give them corn and sunflowers, and they're like, yeah, that's it. So yeah, let's go. Yeah. So I'm just gonna take all the spinach and then I'm just gonna tear them apart, put them in there. Oh, yeah, for the chicken mix. So I usually do this nearly every morning. Yeah, but as long as it helps my chicken and it saves me money, I don't have a problem planting all this spinach for them. So, yeah. Rather than waste a lot of money. I also add some garlic in here. So whatever I find, carrots leaves, after we use the carrots, yeah, I add all the stuff. Yeah. So now I'm just gonna try and mix that. Let me just use my hands by the way. And that's the chicken mix. Just gonna add more. And that's it. This is how I do it. So now I'm just gonna go feed the chickens. And let's see how they react to this chicken mix. Anyway, this is the different. As you can see, this is more plain. This has got a lot of things in there, and it's got more nutritions. It's got sunflowers, the maize, and the spinach in there. I also, as I said, I also add garlic. I also add some carrots leaves. I also add some carrots scraps, also some bok choy. So you can add anything in this chicken mix, and it's gonna save you a lot of money. Look at this, from this to this. This is more protein for your chickens. So I don't know if this is gonna work, but as you can see, there's a wire, a rope from here all the way there. It's something that we thought of. So when I pull this rope, the chickens are gonna come out from that chicken coop. So I hope it's gonna work. I don't know if it's gonna work because I put a brick there because it wasn't closing well, but let me see if it's gonna work. I wonder if this is gonna work. Let me pull and see. Oh, sorry, nearly fell. Yeah, check this out. Look at that. It worked. Look at that. Yep. Just need to pull this rope and then it will open the gate. And then when we want to close, there's some bricks on top of what can I say, the door there. So when I leave this thing, it falls and then it closes. Yeah, crazy stuff, right? So let me just put a brick on top of that. Yeah, there you go. And that's how you make your own automatic closing and opening door for your chickens. Yeah, you don't need to go and buy stuff online. You just think outside the box. So yeah. So one of our chickens fell inside the pond. I'm just trying to dry it up. It's very cold today and the chicken is shivering. I don't know much about taking care of a chicken that just fell inside cold water, but I'm really hoping and praying that it recovers fast. I think it stayed a little bit for like 30 minutes or 20 minutes inside the water, so it's shivering a lot. Yeah, it's a really special chicken to us. It's a light Colombian Brahma, so really praying and hoping this it recovers. But yeah, it will recover. It's just shivering a lot. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. At least he's moving. So, yeah. I'm really happy now. At least the chicken seems to be recovering well, even though it's shivering. But now, I mean, it can stand now, so it's fine. But it's still a little bit wet. Yeah. But at least it's getting up. So it's a male light Colombian Brahma. So yeah, beautiful chicken. So yeah, but it's still shivering, but it's getting better. Yeah, I woke up and yeah, just had a little bit of noise, but I thought maybe it's just chickens fighting. And then I decided to go later, and then that's when I found it inside the pond, trying to get out. So I think we need to cover the pond, or need to make a fence around the pond. So yeah, I'm really happy to say that the chicken did recover, and he's doing very, very well. After a while, he was very fine. He even ran back to the coop. So thank God everything went well. So what I'm doing here is I'm preparing I'm preparing to plant some kale. So I got this kale today at church. So they've got a lot of kale. So this one is very special. So a lot of people know this because this one, I think a lot of African people do eat this kale. So what I love about this kale is the way you plant it. So you don't have to plant it from seeds, but I've never even seen one seed. Like seriously, I've never seen a seed of this kind of kale. Usually you plant it from stem. Even when when you have eaten it a lot and then you don't know what to do with it, you can just leave it and then it will start producing some branches on the side. And then those branches, you can plant them. You can replant them like this. This is the main stem, as you can see, but it's got all these other stems that are growing. And then this little stems here, you can use them, replant them, and then they'll grow. It's amazing. I love, and it tastes incredible. This kale tastes incredible, and also it's very resistant to drought. So I think this is one of the best kales I've ever eaten. And in terms of planting, I love this one because I don't have to look for seeds. All I have to do is just plant it, and then as it grows, it will start producing more stems on the side, and then I can just cut it like this, put it in the ground, just like that, and it grows. So here I am. I'm planting this kale. It's very simple. I love it. It's very easy to plant. And that's it from the Maumera homestead. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys learned a lot from this video. Please subscribe and like.